Totes! I love them. They come in a wide variety of forms and fabrics, from wafer-thin canvas sacks to complex and technical pieces of luggage. But finding one that's going to meet your needs can be a little bit tricky. So for this video, we've put together 5 killer totes that can be used as your everyday carry. Now, we'll get into totes in a minute, but first, hello, I'm Roland from Rushfaster, and at Rushfaster, we do guides and walkthroughs bringing you better gear and better ways to carry. If that floats your boat, like, bell, subscribe, newsletter, ahoy. Today's video is sponsored by the new duffel backpack from Blackbriar. More on that later. So when we talk about everyday totes, that means that it's got to meet a certain criteria. First of all, it's got to be big enough to fit all of your stuff. You can't be getting around with one of these flimsy sacks. Fine for a trip to the library, but not going to cut it on your way to the office. You need space for your lunch, maybe your jacket, wallet, sunnies, and of course, most importantly, all of your tech. Which brings us to the next point. An everyday tote needs to have a laptop sleeve. That's an essential for most of us these days, and especially if you're commuting to the office. Now sure, you could throw your laptop in any old thing, but a bit of protection and security goes a long way to giving you peace of mind and some comfort. And finally, it's got to have some style. I mean, maybe you are taking this thing to the office or in some sort of professional situation. Maybe you're wearing nice clothes, even perhaps a suit, and at the very least you want it to look good. Now all of the totes in this video meet that requirement, and each of them have a few of their own special tricks up their sleeve. While there are many, many more totes out there, we feel that this is a good representation of what's on the market. So why totes, you may ask? Well, unlike a backpack, totes usually have a lot less structure and a larger main compartment, which means that they can be used for carrying larger or more unusually shaped items. Totes also don't need to be carried over your shoulders, so if you are wearing a suit and you don't want to ruin your jacket, a tote is a good option, especially if you need a bit more room and organisation than most briefcases offer. And totes look so cool. I mean, pair the right tote with your outfit and you've put together a strong look. There's a certain sartorial vibe that comes with a nice tote. I've waffled on enough, let's look at some totes. Okay, let's start things off with a bang. This is the Billykirk number 326 Commuter tote. Made in the USA from 20-ounce wax canvas, vegetable tanned, full grain leather, and nickel coated brass hardware. And in this camo color, I think it looks pretty badass. Did you ever think a tote could be badass? Well, now you know. So this wax canvas is going to provide you with some water resistance. This particular tote is very new, so the materials feel very waxy and stiff. It should settle down after some use, but you will need to re-wax it to maintain that level of water resistance. The leather on the bottom and on the handles as well could probably use some care if you want it to remain soft and supple. To some, that might be too much care for a bag, but I think it's really cool that this tote is alive and requires you to look after it. And you know, spending some time giving your bag a little TLC is going to pay dividends in the long run. The leather and nickel-plated solid brass feet on the bottom of the tote are going to provide some nice protection. It feels like a nice thick piece of leather and as though there's some padding in there as well. Now on the front of the tote, there's a large pocket with a snap closure, and that's one of your external quick access pockets. And there's a nice little Billykirk logo on the button there. On the back, there are 2 slim pockets. And these could be used for a range of things like a smaller drink bottle or an umbrella or sunglasses or a book. These leather handles are very nice. It's a piece of leather that has been folded over and stitched to create a nicely curved handle that is quite comfortable to hold. Some totes have really thick leather handles that can cut into your palm. These don't do that. These are a good size, and it's box stitched and riveted to the bag, so it's not going anywhere. And then there's this shoulder strap, which is cotton webbing, and it feels firm and sturdy. It's adjustable, and there's some leather detailing as well. This hardware here is really solid. It almost feels like a piece of jewelry. It's that nice. There's a little leather latch to keep the tote closed. No zips, just the latch. The interior lining is olive water resistant nylon. It's nice and thick. Feels like everything else on this bag, just really high quality. There's a nice leather patch with the logo, and underneath they've used the Made in USA tag to double as a key holder. The laptop sleeve has a leather strap button closure so your laptop isn't going anywhere or accidentally pouring out. The laptop sleeve itself is padded and slightly raised. It can hold up to a 15-inch laptop, but it had plenty of room for my 14 MacBook Pro. So I like your chances of getting a 16-inch there. Other than that, there are some pockets on the inside for organization, some pens, some wallets, AirPods. It's a 10-litre tote, so while it's not huge, the form factor should allow enough room for your daily essentials. I feel like this tote is going to please a lot of people. It's well made, well designed, great materials. It should please the carry enthusiast. Those are the things that we look for. I mean, it's made of natural materials, which is going to age well and patina nicely, so that will please the heritage folks. And it's also quite fashionable, so I think the style conscious will be pleased as well. Now, I would like to give an honourable mention to another Billykirk tote. This is the 540 East-West tote. Same materials, same excellent build quality, but just a bit of a different vibe. Now, there's no laptop compartment in this one, so if you wanted to use it for your daily carry, you need to pick up a laptop sleeve like this one from Rushfaster. Fits the new M2 MacBook Air. It's in a range of colours. Link in bio. So that's the number 326 Commuter tote from Billykirk. If you like the Filson aesthetic, but you feel that it's been played out and you want something a bit more modern, I think Billykirk's your answer. But it's not cheap. At $495 US, that's a bit to spend on a tote, but this is going to last forever, and it's such a classic design that I can see you being very happy with this as your forever tote. I'm going to put the totes on hold for a second, and we're going to have a quick word from our sponsors, Blackbriar, with their new duffel backpack. Blackbriar have announced their duffel backpack. It's a duffel bag and backpack in one. It's designed to maximize the features of both a backpack and a duffel, so you get maximized storage space on your back. It's made out of water-resistant and durable material, which maintains its structure. Opening the main compartment is super easy. Inside we see there's heaps of space with lots of organization. These S partitions allow you to organize the space exactly how you'd like. There are also 2 waterproof shoe pockets for shoes or wet clothes, and there's a separate laptop compartment which is externally and internally accessible. You also get these hooks on the outside to attach larger items. All the straps are detachable and adjustable, and this is what it looks like on. This bag is ready for anything, so for more information, check out the links in the video description. Now, the next tote that we're going to look at is the 15-litre Tokyo tote from Bellroy. This is the second version, and it's in this cool Ranger green colour. It comes in 6 different colours, as well as a premium version which has a few more leather pieces in the construction, and also a compact version which is 12 litres. This tote, in my opinion, is the tote for everyone. It's the tote that looks good and works well, and you're going to be able to take it to the office, to university, to the markets. It's the do-it-all tote that everyone from your mum to your buddy and is going to enjoy. This tote is made from Bellroy's new beta nylon. It crinkles a little bit and it falls nicely. There's some interesting texture to it. It's water resistant. You know, it's nice, it's different, it's unusual. On the front of the tote is this sort of hidden little quick access pocket. It's hidden behind this little leather logo. That'll be rubber on the vegan versions. This is a narrow and very deep pocket, so you could fit a water bottle in here, but you probably wouldn't, and more on why in a minute. These straps are thick and soft with some nice rounded edges. Something I love about Bellroy straps are these rubber grips on the inside of the handle, and this prevents it slipping off the shoulders. It's very effective, and I wonder why more manufacturers don't do something similar. Into the main compartment, this is where all the magic happens. So we got number 8 white KK zippers. Okay, look in awe at that wide opening mouth and marvel at the high contrast interior. There's a lot of space in here for your stuff, but there's also a good amount of organization. There's a padded laptop compartment for a 13-inch, fit my 14-inch MacBook Pro. And then on the opposite side here, there are 2 small pockets. They only go down about palm's depth, and on this one here there's a little key loop, and then on either side of the tote are these 2 little pop pockets. These are great for water bottles or pouches, camera lenses, Chew Fun U Eclipse travel press for your tea. These are really clever, and then when you're not using them, you just take your stuff out, they pop back, and you get all your space back. Really simple, but really clever. So the Bellroy Tokyo Tote version 2, it's a very useful, good-looking tote. Use it everywhere, use it anywhere, and it only costs you 189 Australian dollars. Great value. Next up, we have the Peak Design Everyday Tote. This is a 15-litre tote. It's very modern and techie looking. It's made out of a 400D double poly-coated DWR impregnated nylon canvas shell with a 900D waterproof bottom liner. There are magnets, hidden pockets, and modular camera cubes. It is definitely a tech-focused tote for your futuristic buddies. It comes in two colors, black and bone. This is of course the black one. And taking a look around the outside, there are lots of little lash points for attaching accessories, straps, carabiners. Peak Designs has included a few of these hook cords so you can attach bulky items to the outside of your tote, things like yoga mats or tripods. So you just sort of hook them on and put whatever you want in there. There's an external quick access pocket here, which is quite long, but it's not very deep. It closes with a little magnetic latch. This loop under the latch here is actually your luggage pass-through strap. On the other side, there's a pocket with another magnetic latch, but this pocket has a zip closure. This pocket has a little bit of organization. There's some various stretchy pockets here. I think perfect size for camera batteries. Foreshadowing. And then on the other side, some slightly larger stretch pockets, so good for maybe some everyday carry bits and pieces. And then of course there is this key lash here, which is on this stretchy material. Now, if you are familiar with the Peak Design ecosystem, you've probably seen one of these before. This is just their sort of proprietary key hook, I guess. You can attach your keys or anything that you want there and then secure it in there. It's not going anywhere. You can keep it there. The handles are folded webbing with some padding on the inside. They feel good. They're a nice size. They're big enough to fling over your shoulder, but short enough to hold by your side without the bag hitting the ground, which is always a test of a good tote strap length to me. Now, if you want to carry the tote across your body, Peak Design also includes an adjustable and detachable cross-body strap, and you sort of just clip this in. So it hooks in place, and then there's a nice piece of padding here which helps distribute the weight and is comfortable to wear. Now, moving to the opening of the main compartment, we have this flap that folds over the opening to provide a waterproof closure. And this is held together by more magnets, and then it's also zippered. So yeah, you can feel pretty safe about whatever is in there. Now, I should say that this bag is very rigid. There's not a lot of flex to it. So what you see here in terms of capacity is what you get. The bag isn't going to stretch out much. I mean, the top flap can expand up slightly to give you a few more extra litres, but that's about it. The laptop sleeve on the inside, it does have some protection on either side. And there's also room here for a tablet. The website says this can hold a 13-inch laptop, but again, able to get my 14-inch MacBook in there, no problems. And I was also able to fit my 11-inch iPad Pro with the keyboard in the sleeve in there as well. There are a few little stretch pockets around the place for some extra organization. Now, if you're a photographer or a drone pilot and you want to use this tote, you're in luck, because Peak Designs includes these flex fold organizers. These come with the bag, and you can use them to configure your pack pretty much however you like. They pop in and they Velcro to the insides of the bag. And then you can pop your lenses in there. You can't really see, but if you've never used these before, these are great because you can pop a lens in there, or if you have a bigger item, pop it in there. So a lot of organization potential with these. They're really clever. There's a lot of versatility in this tote, and if you've got a lot of tech in your everyday carry, this could be the right one for you. The Peak Designs Everyday Tote will set you back $150 US, and it's a tote that does a lot, and it comes with all the extra accessories as well, the folders for the camera and all the lashes. So I think that's a really solid deal. The final two totes on the list are hybrid bags. Hybrid bags mean that they are both a tote and a backpack. Now, generally, I'm not a huge fan of hybrid totes because they tend to be neither a true tote nor a true backpack, but I do admit it's useful to be able to throw a tote on your back if your arms are getting tired, or over your shoulders if your hands are getting sore. So that's good. So the first of the hybrid totes is going to be the Harber London TotePack, and it is a great option for people that need to look a little bit more professional. I mean, doesn't it just scream confidence? It's available in 3 colors, black, olive, and this one, which is mocha. It's the largest of the totes on the list at 22 liters. Handmade in Spain, This tote is constructed from 100% recycled plastic bottles and full grain leather, and it's a bit of a mix of old and new school. All the leather on this bag is high quality, so it's going to develop a nice patina over time, especially on this big external pocket. I can just see this gaining lots of character. So that's the external pocket, and it is quite large. It doesn't close, but it's a good pocket if you want to throw in a book, but nothing you don't want to lose. Not that I think anything's going to fall out, but you know. Turning it around, we have some straps on the back. Now these are leather on the outside, and they have some soft squishy foam on the inside, and I have to say they are very comfortable. The straps are adjustable thanks to these custom-made aviation grade aluminium buckles, and you also get strap keepers, so no dangly bits. Now this is a tote, so there's no back panel, but it hasn't been an issue as far as comfort is concerned, and the laptop is going to sit against the back anyway, so that will provide you with some structure. You've got a leather luggage pass-through here, and the whole harness system, except for the adjustable bits, is also leather. Up top here, we find what makes this a tote, the tote handles. And these are also leather, and they come with a leather clip to keep them together. I'm able to hold the bag from the handles by my side and have it not hit the ground. In tote mode, this is a vertical tote, and there's no place to stow these back straps away. I mean, you could probably unhook them and tuck them in there, maybe, but I mean, that's your call if you want to fiddle around with that. But to be fair, you're going to probably use this in backpack mode, but you do have the option to use it as a tote. Unrolling the top here, we are greeted with a metal zipper with a leather pull tab, and this has a really nice action. Now, because this top unrolls a little bit, you are going to be able to squeeze a little bit of extra space on the occasions that you need to pack it out. Inside, there's this nice beige interior lining that's really good for visibility, and I think it's a nice contrast against the mocha of the exterior. Here we'll find the dedicated padded compartments for both laptops and tablets, and they have a false bottom. The tablet compartment also has a stylus holder, which is going to be hard to see, but you'll just have to trust me. But apart from that, I mean, it's just a big bucket. Harber also sells a range of leather tech kits, organizers and folios and wallets. So if you want to go all in on the classy leather vibe with Harber, you can. This is a very nice bag, and I think we all know someone in our life who has that sort of style. This bag is going to suit to a T. The Harber London TotePack is £229, and for a bag that has full grain Spanish leather, really nice recycled materials, and all of the trimmings, I think if you like that, you'd be happy to pay for it. And finally, ending the video with a pop of color, this is the Bihn Cambiata in burnt orange. I made a whole video on this recently, so check it out for a more in-depth look. This is Tom Bihn's take on the everyday tote, and it's a 21-litre hybrid tote. It's classic Tom Bihn, very much function over form. I've used this tote a bit recently, and I could say it's nothing if not functional. This is a tote for someone who wants to be just like a little bit different, perhaps, or someone that, yeah, doesn't mind putting out a different vibe. The external material is Blue Sign certified high tenacity 2x2 ballistic nylon. Cambiata has 5 external pockets, big dump pocket for, books, jackets, sort of cinches flat when you're not using it, but it's quite an easy pocket to get into. You've got 2 pockets on the side that are about a palm width and finger length deep, and a keychain, key leash. And then on the other side, we have the water bottle, and nobody does water bottle pockets quite like Tom Bihn. Check this out. Camelback chute. No problems. There's a 1-inch piece of webbing as the grab handle on top, and then we have the shoulder strap for carrying the bag in tote mode. This is adjustable and detachable by these G hooks here. The strap is thick enough to distribute some weight across the shoulders, but it has no padding, but it does go quite long, so it'll suit a variety of body shapes. However, I've found that it doesn't go short enough to allow me to hold the bag by my side in tote mode without it hitting the ground. If you have a longer body or shorter arms, your mileage may vary. Now on the back panel, I've currently got the straps stowed, and they can come out, and you clip them in, and then they're just regular backpack straps. And Look, they're not bad. They're probably a little bit sort of flimsier than some of the other straps that we've seen, but they do the job. They're only part-time straps. Now the laptop compartment sits just above the straps here. The laptop compartment is padded, and I got my 14-inch MacBook in there, no problems, but I didn't have a lot of room to spare, so that's probably about as big as you'd want to go. Moving on to the inside, we open up this D-shaped pocket. There's a zippered mesh pocket on the top flap. It's up and out of the way. It's great to keep little items that you want to be able to see, but don't get them lost. And inside, it's one of those big buckets. That's totes for you. There's a big elastic pocket along the back of the bag with two small elastic pockets on the inside here. And as with all Tom Bihn bags, this bag is filled with O-rings. There's just plenty of them, so you can attach pouches and leashes and nerd out setting up your tote. So that's the Tom Bihn Cambiata. It comes in a range of colors and it'll set you back $200 US, which I think is a good deal for a tote that's made as well as this tote is and the materials that it's using. And if this tote speaks to you, you are going to absolutely love it. And those are our 5 kilo totes for your everyday carry. If you're in the market for a new tote, I do hope that this video has been useful. There are some great options here and I hope we've provided something for everyone. Which is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. I'll leave links in the description for all of the products mentioned in this video, and if you do make a purchase through any of those links, they go a long way to supporting the work that we do here at Rushfaster, so we do appreciate it. If you want to see some more videos from us, hang out to the end of this video, there'll be some links there, or pop over to our channel and see what we've been up to. Okay, until the next one, I'm Roland from Rushfaster, and this has been 5 killer everyday carry totes. Take care.